Hey, what's up, Bax Music family? I'm Matt Play with Pioneer DJ here at NAMM 2023, and excited to show off the new DDJ-FLX10. This is our latest club style design for our DDJ lineup, and it's the new flagship product. And what's super exciting about this is that if you'll notice on the front panel, this is for Serato and record box, so you no longer need to choose between one or the other. It's a dual platform, which we think is going to make this an extremely popular product. And the other super exciting about this thing is that coinciding with the launch of this product, we also launched Record Box 6.7, which now includes track separation, which is also referred to as a stem separation. So in real time, you can control the drums, the vocals, and the instruments separately. And it's pretty amazing to be able to have this capability and to be able to do live mashups in real time of layering the vocals of one track over the music of another track and vice versa. So it's integrated in a few really cool ways. So if you notice right here on the top of the players, you have this part that's called active part. So I can, if I mute the drums, I have the ability to mute the drums, mute the vocals, and mute the instruments here. And you'll notice the platters change colors based on what is currently being heard. So people can see you engaging the stems, and you know as well at a glance which parts you are currently playing. You also have the ability here on the effects section to apply your beat effects to either the drums, instruments, or vocals independently. If everything's lit up, you're applying the effect to the entire signal. But if I have only the drums lit, I'm going to be applying effects only to the drums. And I'll just kind of give you a quick example of what this sounds like. Hopefully you can hear this okay. But so if I want to leave only the drums, if I want to go to only the vocal, we get only the musical part. That's kind of some low-end bass right now. You're probably not hearing very well on the, but I can mute those parts independently. You also can do an instant double, where if I instant double the vocal to the other side, it will bring the entire track over, but it will mute the vocal on the left and have the vocal soloed on the right, so you can instantly start scratching the vocal separate from the musical bed underneath, which is a pretty cool feature. You also have the ability, as I mentioned, to apply effects to different sections. So what I like to do is apply maybe a roll only to the drums. So if I play the track here, also, if I want to apply just a reverb only on the vocal, I could do that as well. So the ability to route the effects to each part independently is extremely cool. And lastly, there's also a part ISO, a new feature called part ISO. So your 3-band EQ can become volume levels for your 3 different parts, and it's super easy to activate. If I hold the shift button, you can see all the Q buttons are lit right now, which means they're in standard EQ mode. But if I press the Q button on this channel, it starts blinking, letting me know that it is in part ISO mode. And then now this becomes a volume for the drums, volume for the vocals, and volume for the music. So the new track separation feature is extremely popular, and a new mix point feature If you can imagine, if you're working 4 decks and you're now thinking about stems and everything else, you've got a lot going on that modern technology provides. The new mix point link allows you in real time to select where you want to start your next record and where you want to mix out of your current record, and it will automate that for you. So instead of thinking about triggering your track right on time, you can be manipulating the pad effects and the stems and be focusing more on the performance aspect rather than the utilitarian aspect of triggering everything right on time. A lot of stuff is very similar to the previous models. You've got your standard pad effects, you've got multiple pages, you've got your beat jump and your sampler control. Also on the display here, if you hold shift and hit the page buttons, you can cycle between different displays on the platter here. So album artwork is my favorites because it reminds me of interacting with vinyl. Back in the day, you would while you're mixing, you're always interacting with the artwork, and I would get to where I always associate the artwork with the song. So I like to use the artwork view, but you can also load your DJ logo if you like here, and you get a single waveform or the stacked waveforms as well. This also features a DMX output that works with record box lighting. You'll notice we have some lights blinking here in the background. And if you'll notice right here in the display, we have lighting views happening underneath the screen here. So Rekordbox will analyze your music, it detects the different sections, different energy levels of the music. You just tell it what your lights are and address your lights, connect it straight to the DDJ-FLX10, and you've got a light show for your dance floor that's intelligent and will react more than just to the audio, but actually to the energy levels and different sections of the music, which is really cool. And another really cool thing is you can actually assign lighting functionality to the pads. So like, let's say for instance, if I don't use the key shift function much, I can go into the pad editor here within Rekordbox, and you can change the key shift to be different lighting controls. You can adjust both pages of the pads, and you have all these options. You can create completely customizable users settings to be all of sorts of different functionalities within Rekordbox, but you also have these lighting controls that you can assign. So if I hold shift and go to key shift, I now have the ability to control the colors of the lights right here from the pads, which is really cool for mobile DJs and their dance floor and changing the vibe of the party right away. So you also have 2 mics on this, and you have a dedicated 2-band EQ with the mic switch with talkover as well. And with it being, like I said previously, Serato and Rekordbox compatible, and featuring the new Magvel fader and the new track separation with DMX, we expect this to be a really popular product. We're super excited about it. We hope you are too. If you have any questions about it, hit up your team at Bax Music and give them a shout, and they'll be happy to help you out. Again, I'm Matt with Pioneer DJ here at NAMM 2023. Thanks a lot.